Well, hello and welcome to another update in our Michigan High School Boys Golfer of the Year contest. This award is made possible because of the great people with Tour Edge Golf. See for yourself why over 150 PGA Tour players have chosen to play Tour Edge, the pound-for-pound leader in golf club innovation and performance. You can find out more at touredge.com. My name is Lorne Plant. Of course, joining me all season to break down this competition is Michigan Golf Live's executive producer and host, Bill Hobson. Bill, how are you today?
I am doing great. Better than probably a lot of the boys playing golf right now because the weather's not cooperating. Snow in April should not happen.
I know. And I didn't say anything to you before because I wanted to get your reaction right off the bat of this because we have some breaking news here regarding this competition. And I guess something maybe we shouldn't be too surprised about. We have learned just in the last 24 hours that the returning Mr. Golf, Sheboygan's own PJ Maybank, is not playing high school golf this season. Now, he's just a junior in high school, and I do not know this, but I would say for PJ, and to borrow an old expression, he has bigger fish to fry, perhaps. So, Bill, you probably would know this better than anyone, as in other sports like, say, tennis, for example. If you have lofty expectations as a golfer, the spring high school season may not be the best avenue for you to pursue that.
It's one of the many reasons why the boys' golf season is in the wrong time of year. PJ is a talented player, and I have no doubt that he's somewhere warm working on his game and his education. I don't want people to think that he's not, in school.
Right.
But there are a lot of opportunities for instruction and competition year-round, and certainly in Sheboygan, that makes it's a very difficult setting if you really want to play golf at the next level. And for him, I would have to think colleges are calling all the time and making available some opportunities to play, whereas shoveling snow doesn't work that well for your short game.
Exactly right. And so good luck to PJ again. He's kind of already kind of done everything you can do in the high school game. He's Mr. Golf, so he's going to pursue other interests. So PJ will be replaced on our list. If any of our viewers know someone really good who deserves to be in our top 10, feel free to email me. And it's easy to remember. I created a new email address for this type of purpose, and it's simply idea@statechampsnetwork.com. So idea@statechampsnetwork.com. I will get it, and we will have a new candidate announced on next week's show. So we'll kind of go through our list. We have a watch list that's on the website right now, and if you go to statechampsnetwork.com, go to the contest page. Actually, on our homepage now is the Tour Edge Michigan High School Golfer of the Year contest banner, so it's really easy to find. You just click on that. It takes you right to the voting page, and if it's there where you can vote for any one of our top 9 candidates currently. And the contest is live. And let me tell you something, Bill, the votes are really coming in. They started coming in fast and furious at the time of this recording. The Brother Rice Jr. and returning super teamer Lorenzo Pinilli has nearly 6,000 votes. And so, yeah, exactly. And his Brother Rice teammate is not far behind him. So he's leading the way. And what that is important to remember is because as the leader, he is guaranteed not to be removed from our top 10. And at the end of the competition, the leading vote getter will automatically get a spot in our final 4 and will automatically have a little bit of an advantage to really win the whole thing. So it pays to vote. So get out there and do it. You can do it at statechampsnetwork.com. So every week we're going to take one golfer. Bill's going to talk about him. State Champs had a chance to cover the Forest Hills Invitational last week. And another one of our candidates was there, and he is Spring Lake's Evan McDermott. He's a senior this year, a returning Division II first-team All-Stater, shot a 143 at the two-day state finals last year, which was good for 3rd overall individually. And I know we only had a few clips to show you, but there was a nice article written on Evan last year on MLive. What'd you think?
Well, Evan represents that multi-sport athlete that I think makes golfers better. He comes from a family, a lineage of athletes. He's got coaches and competitors, professional, amateur. I mean, the whole family has some connection to competition, which I think really serves you quite well in an individual sport like golf, where you have to go out, perform for yourself. You can't blame the defense. You can't blame the coach.
Right.
You got to hit the shots. And also, Evan comes in having made a decision at an early age whether to go into another sport or go towards golf. At 6'4" and very athletic, he decided to harness all that height and energy and athleticism and put it into golf, which means he hits it a mile. He's a very talented player and is already committed to go play for the Cornhuskers golf team in Nebraska. Now, when you have that level of attention coming your way, you're pretty darn talented at this game. So as he comes now in his senior year and he's winding it down, there's only really a few weeks left in those senior years. Here's the challenges for Evan. Don't let senioritis take over. You've got to close this thing out well and really cap off a high school career that had very few players as good as Evan is. So now, west side of the state, Spring Lake, Muskegon area. You talked about the votes that are coming in for the player at Brother Rice. It's time for the west side of the state to step up for one of their own and represent and say, we've got some talent over here as well at beautiful Spring Lake.
Absolutely. We talked about Jack Zubkis last week, who is another West Sider. And so, yeah, exactly. I think, Evan was down there in the low votes, so we need to get Evan some votes. So Spring Lake, you need to show up and represent for your guy. And remember, you can email us players that we need to consider for the list. We've got a space open right now. And or, again, big golf events that you think we should attend and cover on the State Champs Network. So once again, the email address is idea@statechampsnetwork.com, or you can just go to the contact page under the media and schedule tab at statechampsnetwork.com. Of course, that is where you vote for our golfer of the year. So, Bill, the weather, I understand, is going to be vastly improved, at least this weekend and hopefully next week.
We hope so, and it's really the best opportunity we will have when we get into consistent days of 60s and 70s. Best chance we'll have to see the real talent of these young people come out. Right now, there's such a variable in competition depending on what the conditions are like. You could have really good players catch what we would call a really bad draw. You'll hear that sometimes in relation to a PGA Tour event where the guys who play in the morning went out in a hurricane, and by 2 p.m, it was a docile day and scoring was much lower. This happens in high school golf regionally all the time. Where you're located in the spring really can impact what kind of conditions you're playing in. So let's hope we get to a good stretch of weather. Players like Evan and the others can really put their best effort forward and give us a great feel for whose playing capacity is being maximized as opposed to their ability to just withstand the elements.
Absolutely. All right. For Bill Hobson, I'm Lorne Plant. That's it for this week's update in our State Champs Michigan's High School Boys Golfer of the Year race presented by Tour Edge. We'll see you next week.